Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Third Age Reforged. My name is Mighty Eskimo6 and thank you for joining me today. Alright, so this is a siege battle of the mines of Moria, and now it's a 2v4, and 2v4, unless of course I counted the defenders wrong, and I might, but I don't think so. Um, we'll start with the attackers first. The first attacker is the Dwarves of Erebor, led by Purple Quake. He has a catapult. He has Axguard of Erebor. He has Highborns of Erebor, where his general is right there. He has some Ironfoot spears. He has some Ironfoot spears, more Ironfoot spears. Erebor legionaries, several units of them. Over here he has Ironfoot axe throwers, several units of them. Ironfoot spears, and Dragon Slayers of Arid Mithrin. We have Ironfoot spears are using they have a battering ram, and then we have some Ironfoot pikes here as well. We'll go on to his ally, who are the elves, led by Irish Gunner. He has some Hiri Auth, Blades of Emenduir, more Hiri Peng, Hiri Auth again, Spears of Emenduir, Hiri Ek, Hiri Auth, and Hiri Lang, all in there somehow. All very good elven units. Hiri Ek, good spear unit. Hiri Peng, good bow unit. Spears of Emenduir, they're more cheaper spears. And then over here, they have the more spears of Emenduir. Alright, on to the next attacker. This attacker is the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, and he is led by Dmitry Valgin. He has some cave trolls. Looks like 2 units of cave trolls, and then a unit of snow trolls. He also has units of cave troll chummers, so there's a lot of trolls on this map. We have a White Uruk Fearmongers. We have Black Uruks of the Mountains. 2 units of them. Very, very elite, very, very good units right there. Back here we have the Goblin King's Bodyguard. That's where the Goblin King is, or the General at least. Over here we have Goblin Infantry, Crap Infantry, but it's free, so it's fine. Over here we have, oh, terribly sorry, Heavy Goblin Infantry. Several units of them. Many hundreds. Heck, even I think there's even more than 1,000. How many in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Heavy Goblin Infantry. So that's over 1,000 Heavy Goblin Infantry right here. There you go, guys. That's what actually 4 of these units is 1,000. Just these 4 is 1,000. So there you go, guys. This is what 1,000 looks like. Oh, no, hold on. That's what 1,000 units look like. 1,000 men. There you go. So next time you guys want to dominate the world, there's your 1,000. And then over here, we have our last attacking army, who is also the Orcs of the Misty Mountains, led by Jammers 858. We'll call him Jammers. We have White Uruk Fearmongers again. More black. These are Mountain Uruk hosts, so they're slightly better, I believe. Yes, they are slightly better as they have less numbers. We have Drake Broodlings. We have Goblin Infantry, lots of them. We also have more Cave Trolls, more Snow Trolls. We have a Catapult here. We have Cave Troll Drummers and more Cave Trolls. And I'm sure they have lots of hidden units, but oh well. We'll start off with the person who actually sent us this replay, and that is going to be, if we can ever get inside Moria, this is going to be the Dwarves of Khazad-dûm, fitting, led by Tundrasfox. He has some Sons of the Fallen. He has some Khazad-dûm Reclaimers. They throw axes. Sons of the Fallen are a very good spear unit. They'll hold the line. So he has quite a bit of them. Looks like, yeah. I think he has 2 units of Khazad-dûm Reclaimers and 2 units of Sons of the Fallen. We have Legion Bodyguard. We have Sentries of Khazad-dûm. 4th Legion Shield Guard, Sentries of Khazad-dûm. Again, these guys are a pike unit. They're really good. Mithril Guard, very, very elite unit right there. Over here we have Warriors of Khazad-dûm. Hammers of Gundabad, very, very good. 2 units of them. Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, they have bows. We have 1 Ballista back here, prime shot. And then back here we have the 1st Legion Pikes. So these are the very elite pike units that Erebor has. Right back here we have some Gondorian troops. Might as well just go along with it, because might as well not miss anything. By Murdar Hun. We'll call him Murdar. He has some marksmen of Karandros. They're a very, very good archer unit who is also a good infantry unit when they run out of ammo. We have some Vanguard of King Elisar, and we have the Citadel Guard. So very, very good units here. We also have marksmen of Karandros, another unit over there. And over here, the last unit, I believe, of Tundrasfox is the Guards of Khazad-dûm with his general. I think that's supposed to be Paladin. Alright, onto the remnants of Gondor. And we have Veterans of Osgiliath, armored up all the way. Yes, they are good looking, but that's not what we're here today for. We are here for they are good archers and they're good infantry units. We have Pilgrim Marines, they throw javelins. We have Citadel Guard, they're good against armor. Fountain Guard, they're good against armor, and they hold a good phalanx. We have another ballista here, so very good. We have Gondor archers, also armored up. And over here, we just have... We have Gondor. All of Gondor. All of Gondor decided to come here today. We have lots of Gondor spearmen, Gondor archers, Guards of Osgiliath. That's not Gondor. Well, I mean, it is Gondor, but it's not in the name Gondor. Just a lot of Gondor archers, and lots of... Oh, yeah, we have some axemen of Losarnak. So that's really cool. I mean, they all look really good with their armor upgrades. I mean, some more Fountain Guard up here, too. Man, just look at them. They're just ready to bring it. I mean, all of these men are just tightly together, waiting for the doom that's going to come upon them. Alright, and then the last couple of units over here are more Pilgrim Marines and more Guards of Osgiliath. Alright, that does it. Let's go into the battle. So I'm pretty sure that over here is going to be the first a Purple Quake might make the first move. He's going to push up the ram. Actually, yeah, we could probably just times 6 speed this because it's just pushing up a ram and waiting. In fact, if nothing happens, I'll just cut to the next... I'll just cut. And there we are. The rams are moving into position to take down the great doors of... or gates of Moria. So... even though these things are built out of solid rock, just a couple of hits by some sticks, and they go down. They do go down, eventually. So nothing much has changed. Just Gondor has pulled back to being right here. I'm not sure why right here, but alright. And on this flank, yeah, Tundrasfox is... he's ready. He has his dwarves in corners and some of his warriors ready to take the full brunt of the dwarves, because dwarves and elves on this side. Elves coming down the mountain on this side, and over here Gondor is ready to take on the might of the Misty Mountains. If I can just get through the Misty Mountains. There we go. Misty Mountains. They broke through. Now we should be able just to go right on through the gate. Never mind. Alright, that was simple. Alright, so the goblins have broken the gate and they're rushing through. Alright, very, very nice indeed. Just casual stroll into Moria. One does not walk into Moria. Well, these guys have. And off in the distance, you see some Gondorian archers. They're wisely not going to take any shots at these guys. These guys are so low leveled, and they have shields, so these archers would just be wasting ammo, as well as the ballista. It would just be wasting. So they see nothing. These goblins are just marching forward. They see nothing except for those Gondorians far, far away. But over here, the banners and the captains, this guy sees something. He sees pointy sticks. And he knows we're going to stay here. We're going to wait. Over on this side, though, elves and dwarves, they're getting ready. Over here we have some of the Ironfoot axe throwers throwing a couple of axes in, hitting those warriors of Khazad-dûm. None of them have yet died, but give time and they will eventually die. These Woodland Realm patrols, yes, the more hidden units, they're firing at point blank at these warriors of Khazad-dûm. But the Warriors of Khazad-dûm are very well armored, and they have shields. Oh, this guy died back here. Shame. But yeah, these guys are spread out, and they have heavy armor, and they have some pretty good shields. So arrows will not do that much against them, so they're just going to tank it. They're just going to absorb all of the arrows. Over on this side, the goblins have decided they're going to march forward. They're going to meet the gun, or they're just going to shuffle on ahead. Shuffle, shuffle. Waiting for more goblin infantry to come. I mean, that's a lot of goblin infantry. And now they're going to run down. Careful not to trip on the stakes. The Gondorians engage. First melee involvement. Now this is probably not the best location for the pikes or for the fountain guard, just because these goblins, as you can tell, I mean these are some long sticks and they can go very far. But the problem is these goblins are going right past the very long pointy part and going right after the squishy man that's holding it. So that is not very good. I feel like there could probably be better positioning if it was on level field, like a level ground, or even, you know, right up here to hold it back. It would be better. I'm pretty sure he wants to use his archers to his advantage, but he's not using his pikes to the fullest extent, because as we can see here, these guys, their pike is just going right into the ground, not being the most effective. But it makes it look cool. Anyway, these Gondorian spearmen are in Shield's wall, so they're going to come on up and reinforce and make sure that this is going to be very hard to take indeed. We'll take a look on what's going on with the the dwarves and elves. Looks like no melee engagement just yet, but several dwarves have died. These warriors of Khazad-dûm just tanking the arrows. Probably, oh, that's not what I wanted to see. But, you know, it's looking good. So far, the dwarves are doing fine. Killed 1%, all things considered, or 1% for the allies and 2% for the enemies. But, of course, this is all the fodder units, so it doesn't really matter. And there we go. Archer fire is coming in, shooting all of these. Ah, there we go. The Snaga skirmishers. That is what they're trying to aim for. Snaga skirmishers are, of course, a fairly weak javelin unit, but they are a javelin unit that, given time, will pierce armor, and, you know, just they're a pain if you let them live. So they're cheap, but you want to get rid of them, and that's what Gondor's doing, trying to take care of them. Their Snagas are trying to break up, go into loose formation. It'll help, but with these goblin infantry in there, they're still going to get hurt. I mean, even the goblin infantry do have shields, so they are helping the Snaga skirmishers by soaking up some of the damage, but there we go. Oh, and the catapult is being brought up. Very risky indeed. It's in archer range and pretty sure ballista range. Let's see what the ballista is going to do if we can just get on over here. No, that's the wrong side of the bridge. And the ballista is firing. As we can see, they are reloading, and we can tell that the catapults aren't firing quite yet because they have their, well, the arm is still up. But these ballistas are ready to fire, and that we have some firing going on. Or no, they're just, well, looks like they're not hidden quite yet. Their goal should be to get out, or sorry, to take out that catapult. Because once that catapult gets out of commission, it's going to be very, very nice for the defenders, and it will be easier for them to hold. And the catapult is about to fire. As we can tell, the arms are going down, and we can only imagine where they're going to fire. And there goes the first one. Going for the Gondorian archers. couple of hits are in, a couple of charred Gondorians, but nothing that Gondor can't take. Looks like Gondor has decided it needs to reposition its ballista, which is perfectly fine. Probably it would have been easier right here to fire anyway, but it is something that they'll need to fix. Over on this side, as we'll check, there has been bloodshed in melee. The elves, the spears of Emduir, have committed themselves behind the Ironfoot spears. As the warriors of Khazad-dûm got together, they got out of loose formation and are holding the line. 4th Legion Shield Guard is on this flank assisting. And we have Iron Watch of... Oh, yeah, I didn't talk about the Iron Watch of Miromir. I'm sorry, but these guys are... Well, they're a really good crossbow unit. They have... I mean, look at those crossbows. They're, like, legit. And they have really big bolts on their backs, so you know they're good. More arrow fire coming in, firing over their heads of the 4th Legion Shield Guard, going right into the Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, actually killing several of them. And there goes the ballista. Getting more friendly fire than I guess is what they want. But the numbers are thin, so it doesn't really matter. Elves are trying to push their way through. And more 4th Legion Shield Guard are coming in to help reinforce the front line. And back there we have the Greenwood Rangers. Oh, Rangers. Greenwood Rangers. Really good spot right there. And they're just going to fire point blank into very tightly packed dwarves. Open on that flank. Just absolutely pile on the damage. Even though they have good armor and good shields, Rangers are still really powerful. They have that body piercing ability. Yeah, but we have a very thin line of Khazad-dûm holding the line. These warriors of Khazad-dûm, they're fighting tough. We'll see how it works out. Heading back over to Gondor and the orcs, or in the goblins. Yep, more fighting. These orc goblin infantry are really good at making sure that are good at tiring out other units, just because there's so many of them. Over here, all 3 of the ballistas, catapults, have been destroyed. I don't think there was another catapult. I don't think there was. No, it was just more rams. So definitely the plus goes to the defenders right now. They have the artillery advantage, and I don't think I saw another siege unit on this side. Nope. Oh yes, there is. There's the dwarven catapult. I completely forgot about that, but the dwarves are keeping their catapult safe and in the rear, which is wise. There's not really a good spot on this. This angle is harder to attack, I feel. Well, they're both hard to attack. It's Moria. What am I talking about? But trying to get your forces in, from both sides, the defenders have really good angles to just fire. And look at those. Those are arrows coming in, and it's just causing havoc. Just shooting arrows. Elves don't like that. These dwarven Erebor legionaries and Erebor spearmen don't like it. More spears are coming in from Erebor. Definitely, they're being way more aggressive on this side. The elves and the dwarves are being very much aggressive. They're trying to pin down these 4th Legion Shield Guard, who, yeah, they are fairly pinned. Well, they have a few of the spears pinned, and now they're trying to fight off the other unit of spears that has arrived. Now, the goblins, I don't think, have done anything except send forth their trash units. And these Gondorian spearmen are getting a little overly confident as they're pushing up forward against the goblin infantry. But we still have loads of Snaga left, and we still have all of these trolls. We have all of these heavy goblin spears who are charging up. I don't think I noticed them, but they must have been hiding. But heavy goblin spears, there's several hundred of them at least charging forward, ready to go and try to get some man flesh, I guess. And we also have some more heavy goblin spears. There's just a lot of them. This is a good spot for the ballista to fire. If the range and angle was just right, you could get quite a bit of heavy goblin spears kills. Quite a bit. Looks like the Axemen of Lustenrock are pulling back. I mean, I don't think they were needed, but yes, this is a good spot for them. And it looks like the goblins have routed. Yes, the regular goblins have routed. The Snaga skirmishers are now throwing their javelins at a fairly good rate at these guys, even though they are shielded by, as we can tell, this little slope here does give them some protection. And now the heavy goblin spears are going to charge forward. And now the Gondorian archers are peppering them with arrows, causing them to just get, hurt. And now they're turning around, which is not good. Their backs are to the arrows. They're going to get more damage. The ballista comes in. Fairly good shot. Very, very good shot, actually. And now they go in. They're going in full force. That ballista, if it fires, it will kill many a goblin. Many a goblin indeed. Alright, let's just keep an eye open for any ballista shots coming in. And man, that arrow, oof, that arrow storm. Yep, very, very nice indeed. We'll wait and see if, is that ballista reloading? I cannot, no, it said it's idle. It's not going to fire. Although this would be a really good, I would say this is a good one. But Gondor's front line is holding, so that's all well. Back over on the Dwarven front, we got nice ceilings, but we also have a very small punch through the line. That must be from the Iron Watch of Miromare. Yes, they are firing. Oh no, I wanted to get a good look at them. Alright, there they go. Crossbow bolts firing. Don't see any bolts. I think they may have been cancelled just before they fired. So they didn't use up any of their ammo, didn't hurt anything. But yeah, definitely a lot of spears going on. Spear on spear action. Doing a little bit better on this front. Ironfoot spears, fairly healthy. Being supported now by the Woodland Realm Axemen, which two-handed axes, very useful, very powerful. Should be good. I believe they have armor piercing. I might be wrong, but armor piercing is definitely necessary against the dwarves of Khazad-dûm. But now that the elves have come in, the elves are actually really weak to, well, arrows, because their armor isn't the best. Especially not the dwarves. The dwarves have just way better armor, so they're just going to now unleash their arrows, because it would have been a waste to shoot at the dwarves of Erebor. And more troops are coming in. Hundreds more, it would seem like. Looks like some of them actually came back from routing. Yep, these spears of Evan Deweir, and they came back from routing, and now they're just trying to come in. These elves and dwarves trying to push. Not sure what's going to go on, but we still have all of these Khazad-dûm troops in the back. We have the sentries of Khazad-dûm actually marching out, and I do believe that, yes, the Iron Watch of Miromare has been pinned. They've been engaged in the fighting, and I think he has them on defensive stance, so they should be. Nope, they're trying to get out of there. But now with the sentries of Khazad-dûm, they're going to come and provide a much-needed reinforcing line. Going to cover up over here in this area. Going to try plugging that up, making sure no more enemy dwarves and elves are going to be able to get through them. But man, that's a lot of arrow fire from those 2 units of the Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm. If they really wanted to live up to their name, they would have gone to the other side. But I understand cohesion. Over here we have the Hammers of Gundabad being committed. Don't think they need it to be, or maybe on this flank, maybe on this side right over here. And that looks like exactly where they're going to go. They're going to go over there and try cleaning up this mess, trying to save a handful of these Iron Watch of Miromare. There are a couple of them, and they are really, really powerful. So trying to save them is a pretty big priority. We'll check on the goblins in Gondor. Actually, we have a lot of units fighting to the death. They're actually wavering. One good ballista shot should break this entire front line. They're trying to push in, but now they've broken 100 unit of 170 down to 160, dropping fast. Oh yeah, dropping real fast. You even have the Axemen of Losnarak, or the Axemen of Gondor, are wrapping around, creating a pinching maneuver, and that is really crushing the morale of the goblins. They're even fighting to the death. But still, it's best to kill as many as you can now, then let them rout and come back later when they have more morale. Back over here, we have more Axemen coming out. But they're the trolls! Oh, it's the trolls! There's a lot of trolls. There's just so many trolls. There's... Oh, and a general. A general unit. Wow. A general is in the unit of trolls. But that's just a lot of trolls. Yeah, he must be with the snow trolls. That's very risky, sending his general with the trolls. I guess we can zoom out just a little bit. Another unit. Looks like the Gondorian archers are going to fire point blank. It's actually a really good idea. They're not too far away. Axemen are trying to pull back behind the enemy lines. Archers should be able to fire if they want to point blank. The ballista, if we can find it, is firing. Oh, and very good shots indeed by the ballista. Very accurate, going into the Mount Muru coast. The Axemen over here are pulling back just slightly out of range and out of the way. And more ballista shots coming in. Just absolutely causing havoc. Just trying to get a good shot in there, just so you guys can see. Oh, that's alright. A couple of javelin fire, if you can tell, thrown from the Snaga skirmishers back here, up and over, and down here. These Gondorian archers, not firing. They have their swords out. I'm not sure if they're out of ammo. They might be, because this is a good spot for reinforcements. But now we have the White Uruk Fearmongers in the front lines. They're trying to push forward, and a lot of Snaga skirmishers and Blackback Mountain Berserkers. Those guys are really good. I'm not sure why he's committing them so soon. I would have thought waiting a little while, but hey, if he thinks they can break through, they're going to break through. And on this side, it's definitely getting serious, because we have the Sons of the Fallen going against the Hiri Lang. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow, that's just so good. Wow, look at that. They're trying their best to push through. They even have some units wrapping around over here. Iron Watch of Miramare and the Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, they're going to have a good field day if they can throw over here. Iron Watch getting out of there. And there we go. Sentries of Khazad-dûm are trying to hold, but it actually looks like looks like the Dwarves of Erebor are pushing them back right over here. Hiri Lang, Erebor, Legionnaires, they're pushing their way through the Sentries of Khazad-dûm. They're pushing through. Now the Hammers of Gundabad have to be put in. But now back here we have the Ironfoot Pike, sorry. My goodness. Things are getting quite dicey over here. Khazad-dûm is committing a lot of troops, but if he could, I think he's trying to save his ballista, but I think his ballista would do wonders here. I mean, from what it looks like it's somewhere around this. This is the line. So if he hits anywhere, he's gonna get loads of kills. Yeah, we have the Axe Guard of Erebor throwing their axes. This ballista is idle. I guess he doesn't want to risk anything. He doesn't want to risk getting friendly fire at all. But that was really intense. Over here we do have the ballista firing. on the goblins. Although not perfect, not hitting them right here, he is doing some good damage to the morale, and you know, just killing a lot of them in general. And Moria is really hard to really get a good angle on what's going on. I think that's good enough, I can assume. We got those cave trolls charging in. They're gonna try punching through this Gondorian front line, but now they're trying to push their way through. There we go. They're just standing there, which is not good. They need to push a little bit farther. And there goes the ballista, taking down several of the goblins, but none of the trolls die. That would be a really good. That would have been really good for Gondor if they could have been able to get through. Now the trolls are getting fairly close now, and it looks like, yes, they are. They are engaging the front line. They're pushing their way through. The Axemen of Losnarok are coming in, trying to plug at them, trying to force them back, at least in that back section over there. They're trying their best, but the trolls over on this way, over here, they've been able to cut their way through, and these Gondorian archers have decided that they don't want to be a part of it, and they're walking away. We have more guards of Ascleia coming in from over here. Actually, no, the Gondorian archers decided they want to go in, and they're going in. So things are looking precarious for both fronts. Nice healing, by the way. And oh my goodness, the elves have broken through. Hammers, sentries, they've punched a hole through the middle. And now the Sons of the Fallen are holding the line against the Heriek. Heriek are really good spear units. They're going to hold the line, or they're going to fight. But the Sons of the Fallen are really, they're not going to die. They're not going to die at all. They're going to take a long time. We've got the Legion bodyguard back here trying to inspire these dwarven. Oh my goodness, we got here in time to see that. I think that must have been what Tundrasfox was waiting for. His middle to be punctured through. And that opened up just the best opportunity for his ballista. No friendly fire, no risk of friendly fire, as the ballista is just going to go in and cause havoc. Oh my goodness, that's a good shot. That was a very good shot from Tundrasfox. And now we have more troops coming in, pouring in through the thing. Sorry, through the gate. And oof, man, that looks really nicely done. Really nicely done indeed. Elves and dwarves fighting as one against the dwarves. But now we have the Hirialth. They're trying to push their way in. We just have a handful of, oh no, the Iron Watch of Miramare. They are caught. There's no hope for them. They're going to have to fight their way out against the the Erebor Legionaries. They're going to have to fight them by their own. But now the Sons of the Fallen, Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, and Reclaimers of Khazad-dûm, Khazad-dûm Reclaimers. There should be a couple of them here. Yeah, there's like one dude. One of them right there. Don't know where the rest of them are. Must be somewhere else. But the Legion bodyguard trying to provide inspiration. Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, they're ready to throw. Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, they're ready to have their bows and draw them and shoot at the pointy-eared problems. And man, there's just a lot of troops coming in. We'll take a peek at how many troops are left. We got the Greenwood Rangers trying to fire, Ironfoot Axe Throwers, Dragon Slayers of Aaron Mithrin, Engel the Hirialth, Blades of Emenduir, Ironfoot Axe Throwers, a couple of units of them, and then Hirialth, Hiripang, and Hiri-Ek. And then the catapults. Alright, so they're sending in a lot. The dwarves and elves are sending in a lot right now at this point. They're trying to send everything they can in, trying to push through, but that ballista, I feel like, still has quite a bit of ammo left. More arrow fire going in. Looks like it's hitting the gate right here, but it's also trying to get as many as they can. And there we go, more axes getting thrown in, taking out a couple of the Hirialth. Over here on the goblin side, looks like the Citadel Guard are crossing the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. And Their brave leader is marching before them, and they're following in time. Ooh, holding the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. I'd rather be this guy. Right in the back, knowing that he has 112 men ahead of him. You know how it would take the goblins a very long time. But now we have the Pilgrim Marines. They're ready to throw. They're actually waiting for any troll to show their face. But the trolls, it looks like, are hiding back here. We'll just take a peek at how many units the goblins have left. And it looks like they have several units left. Cave trolls, snow trolls, white Uruk, black Uruk, and Goblin King's bodyguard still. We've got the Drake Broodling still. That's going to be a problem. And we also have 1,000 heavy goblin infantry. Yep, that's it right there. 1,000. The Legion of Goblins. Yeah, there we go. That's the This is a Legion. Or, no, not a Roman Legion. Ha. Roman Legions have like 10,000 men. Then here's the other unit of heavy goblin infantry. They're waiting to go forward. And now we go into the rock. And Snaga skirmishers are on the front line. Citadel Guard are just wrapping up. That's going to cause a lot. This is really good play by Murdar. He's sending his strong units when there's a weak point, pushing through, and then wrapping around, actually saving his front line. It's looking a little battered, but I mean, just look at all the corpses right over here. It's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. Now the cave trolls are coming forward. They're charging in. We're gonna see what they can do. They're scaring away the Citadel Guard, which is reasonable. I would too. Guards of Asciliath. They're trying to reform, but actually they're kind of caught out in the open. These trolls are gonna go right on in, and the Pilgrim Marines are gonna get a really good volley in there. None of them are gonna die, but they're gonna charge right through. Pilgrim Marines are gonna throw. None of them are actually bloodied, but they're just trying to take down these trolls. Trolls are really nasty to kill. He's actually bringing his cave troll drummers up. I don't think he wants to do that. That's a little too close for the cave trolls. I mean, they're not that great in melee. They die really quickly, but they're mostly for morale support. Now the Citadel Guard are charging up. Where's the supporting infantry? I guess here we go. The snow trolls are coming in. They're trying to push their way through. And the other infantry, let's just take a quick peek at what's going on over here. Ah, yes, they've pushed. They have gained the control of this entire spot. But over here, ooh, just in time. We saw that. That was good. But over here, sorry, we still have a tiny bit of the Iron Watch of Miramare. Just a handful of them, only 5. They're fighting to the death. And now that ballista is firing on hundreds of elves. And these Hiri Peng, very, very good. And they're getting shot. That's not good at all. But what is left of the elves and the dwarves? Just the catapult, it looks like. Just the catapult, the highborns of Erebor, the blades of Emin Duir, and the elders of the Elven King. They don't have a lot left that hasn't been committed into Erebor. Now, if they push through, they might be able, or yeah, they have to get through the First Legion pikes. That's going to be hard. They have to go through the Sons of the Fallen. That's going to be hard. They're going to have to go through the Legion Bodyguard. That's going to be hard. But once they do, though, it should be able to do really some wonders. These Hiri Peng aren't even looking the right way. Silly Hiri Peng. But these Hiri Peng, though, these ones are firing on this corner of the Dwarven troops. Actually, now it looks like the Hiri Peng, they're drawing out their swords and they're decided they're going into melee. They're trying to help out. Alright, let's check on the Goblin front. Goblins are... They're advancing. Heavy Goblin infantry are pushing forward. Arrow fire going in. Lot of arrow fire. Gotta tell you that the defenders are using their ammo quite nicely, quite wisely. They're using the terrain to what they can. Snow Troll looks like they killed all of the trolls, it looks like, except for one Snow Troll. And then there are a couple of drummers in the background as Gondor is trying to reform its line. And it looks like if If the goblins are able to go over into this flank, it looks like they'll be able to do a bit better job. Does it look slightly less defended? Let's just zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, it looks way less defended. Oh, there's his general. Oh, that's his general. And we have the Blackback Mountain Berserkers. These guys are one of the best units in the game. And they're being used. And there's still 20,000 frames left. I hope it's going to be enough to change the stalemate over here. I mean, these one unit of... Or, yeah, this probably is the same unit. But maybe if this unit could come around and just try pushing its way, pushing over on this flank right here, it could hopefully cause pressure to be applied. Actually, yeah, the line is fairly weak, and now would be the time, as it's reorganizing. We have more Gondorian archers. Looks like they are out of ammunition, and they have decided that they're going to just pull out their swords and go to the front. Over here we have the ballista. The ballista is out of ammunition. But 60 brave souls are going to give their lives to protect Moria. And I don't think that's it. I think that's it. I don't think Gondor has lots more troops. I mean, they do have the Nimothian Honor Guard. I did not see them. More Citadel Guard. Yeah, there we go. The Vanguard of King Elisar and Marksmen of Cariandros. So they have plenty of good elite troops on this side. This ballista still has ammo. That's really good against any cav, if there were any. Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm. There's a lot of them that died actually over here. Holy cow! And there's a lot. And yeah, it's just this catapult. They really need to use this catapult. They need to do something about it. We have the Elders of the Elven King. They're firing through the gate, which, you know, doesn't look all that useful. Yeah, well, actually, it looks like the dwarves have pushed the line back a little bit, and now they're engaging over here. Yep, we have looks like the Legion Bodyguard taking on the Hiri Peng in brutal combat as they're jabbing with their axes, which is always a good idea. Stabbing with axes. Over here it looks like the elves and dwarves are doing just a little bit better, as they have the Highborns of Erebor involved. We have Ironfoot axe throwers throwing axes. Ah! This tiny space is not good for cameras. But yes, indeed, this is a very, very intense battle. Ironfoot axe throwers are actually engaging in melee. More numbers could be used on this side, with Dragon Slayers of Arid Mithrin only down to, or they are down to 10. They're going against First Legion pikes. They need assistance. They need backup. Looks like we have 10 units of the Hiri Lang. They could be used for support, but he's probably just holding them in reserve for something. Yeah, it looks like this is the last of the elves and the last of the dwarves. And yeah, we have some Khazad-dûm reclaimers left. Not many. I mean, one unit and a couple of orc hunters and the ballista. That's all that Khazad-dûm really has. Well, didn't he have his legion? Where's his bodyguard go? I could have sworn there it is. Dwarves of Khazad-dûm. His general, or his guards of Khazad-dûm, are being committed in, and this is his general unit. This is very important. There's not many dwarves left, but if this, whatever flank, or if the defenders win this, it's going to be very, very easy for them to hold the other side, because it's just going to take forever for the attackers to walk around, and it's just not going to be worth it. So, very close. If the attackers can push their way through, it will cause a lot more problems for Gondor, because he is the one holding the line. And then over here we have the giant precipice. Don't go down. Hope you don't mind heights. Over there we have the Pelgrim Marines. They're firing. More cave trolls actually are pushing their way through, and they're just taking a beating by the Pelgrim Marines. They threw their javelins, and it hurt, I can assume. But Gondor doesn't have many troops left. Those cave trolls are definitely causing causing some hurt to be, put onto the Gondorian front line. And most of their forces are on the other side, and it looks like they're going to have to pull some troops over if they're going to want to hold the bridge of Khazad-dûm. Oh yes, there we go. More. We actually get some of the heavy goblin infantry. They're routing, and wow, it's kind of cool. And yep, they broke through. The cave trolls broke through. They're going for the Pilgrim Marines and for the veterans of Osgiliath. Man, it's really hard to tell which goblins are alive because there's just so many dead ones. I guess it's just choose the ones that are living. I mean, that's the only logical choice. But yeah, the trolls have made it across the bridge, and they're attacking the Pilgrim Marines, and they're just going to cause havoc, swinging those clubs and giant trees. Veterans of Osgiliath are trying to fire. And we'll just take a peek at what the goblins have left. They're sending in 1 unit of goblin, 2 units of heavy goblin infantry. Another unit of heavy goblin infantry is in reserve. We have the Goblin King's bodyguard. We have the black Uruks of the mountains, and the white Uruk fearmongers, and some more snow trolls and cave trolls. So it's gonna look like, and then we have some. Yes, it looks like Dimitri is sending in his troops, and he's gonna be the one that I believe that takes on Gondor, because there's not many of them left. Not many of them left, indeed. Blackback Berserkers, they're down to 4. Oh man! But here we go. Oh, more routing troops. That right into the enemy lines. Veterans of Osgiliath are pulling back up to this location. Wardens of the White Tower. They're trying to form a position on the town center. We have Gondor Spearmen who are trapped in routing mode. That's a bug Medieval 2 has, and it stinks. And it looks like over on this flank, the dwarves of Khazad-dûm are victorious, and I am so sorry, everyone, for not being able to show the fall of the elves and fall of the dwarves. But we do have the elders of the Elven King. They're firing point blank into these Legion bodyguards. Doing quite a good job. Just cleaning up. A couple more elves are routing. I don't know what actually made them. They had them on the edge for a while, and we just left for a bit to look at the goblins, and now they're gone. We have the Mithril Guard. Oh, and there's the catapult. We cannot forget the catapult. Catapult, where is the catapult? Where is the catapult? Ah, it's all the way over here. Yeah, so if these guys want to go and take care of them, this is the moment to do it. And there we go. Catapult is firing. Ooh, that looks like it was a good hit. Oh no, that just hit the thing. That just hit the ceiling, the wall right here. Looks like. Oh man, oh no, Elders of the Elven King are trying to draw them out, trying to draw the dwarves out. Actually, that was a hit. It hit one of the Mithril Guard. That one hit one of the Hammers of Good and Bad. And now just a handful of elite dwarves are going to try and take out the elite elves, who have just pulled out their bows and are firing. And man, that's just brutal. And this is a good tactic. Good tactic. I have to say, the knockdown effect of the bows, Elders of the Elven King, are making sure that the dwarves can't move forward, making them a stationary target for the catapult, which makes it really nice and easy for the catapult to shoot them, as we can tell from right here. That was really, really nice. But now the Sons of the Fallen, they're going up. They're going to silence the catapult. The Elders of the Elven King were trying to do that, but it just didn't work out. Well, actually, they're only down to 10. Oof. But now that they're actually a couple of, dwarves or units fighting the catapult is now silenced. We just need to clean that up. And now the Elders of the Elven King are just going to run around. And if I was the dwarves, I might retreat, pull them back into Moria, because this is just a waste of some good units. But I mean, they're already so close to the elders of the Elven King, and they're already losing so many men. We actually have some Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm firing, trying to kill the elders. And they may or may not engage in melee. I mean, there is 1928 against 47, but still every man counts for the attackers and every man counts for the defenders. And there comes more of arrows. Oh man, those dwarves are just not getting close. Will they be able to make it, or will they be trapped? And another point blank volley. Oh man. Oh man. There they go. Because they got knocked down. And these guys are so fast, they're just running for it. They're natural sprinters. Take that, dwarves. Man, they booked it. Holy cow. I mean, I guess these guys are fresh and these guys are super tired. I mean, that makes sense. Looks like the elders of the Elven King are trying to get a good position, good angle to fire down on and get the hill bonus, or they're just going to run around. All right, let's go check on what the orcs of the Misty Mountains are doing. They took this place. Holy cow. They took a lot of land. And they're also coming around this angle, I believe. Yep, they have some heavy goblin infantry they're applying pressure on all angles that they can. We got the vanguard of King Elisar. We have some Khazad-dûm reclaimers, one very healthy unit. I'm not sure if they have any ammo left. No, it does not look like that they have their axes out. I mean, they threw axes anyway. We have marksmen of Karandros, more marksmen. The ballista is marching. They're out of ammunition, but the brave souls are here. Wardens of the White Tower, veterans of Osgiliath, Citadel Guard, and Nimlothian Honor Guard. They're here as the brave Pelgrim Marines tried to hold them back, but it was just too much. The Pelgrim Marines must return to the town center, and hold the line with their brethren. I mean, this is man, I would not want to be going against these guys. It would be horrifying. Pelgrim Marines have now returned, but they're now going to be caught right up again into the melee as the heavy goblin infantry engage. Yeah, just mop up, catapult, Legion bodyguard cleaning up, elves firing, typical dwarf thing. Over here we have the heavy goblin infantry clashing right into the Citadel Guard, and now the marksmen, veterans of Osgiliath. Some of them have a good angle, some of them don't, but they're firing right into the side of these heavy goblin infantry, and they're causing a pretty big morale debuff, which is good. And now on this side, there looks like, oh no, they do have the ballista. Oh, that's nice. How nice of them. And yes, more arrows are being fired. A couple arching ones, but those aren't really effective. But the point blank ones, the ones that are firing, dang it, straight in, they're causing great damage. Goblin infantry are now heavy goblin infantry. Sorry, they're wavering. They're down to 134, a little more than half their strength. Lots of Naga skirmishers. We got some of the snow trolls, and we got the black rooks of the mountains. Oh boy. They're just casually strolling up. And yeah, there's nothing outside of Moria. And there's nothing. Oh, half of them are going across the bridge of Khazad-dûm. The other half are going another way. It's all down to Dimitri. You got this, Dimitri. And this is actually a really good spot for the cave drummers. If they could probably just put them right there, be just a little closer, they would have that really big radius and really keep those guys alive. And those guys routed, though. Routed forward, trying to get out. And now that the elves and the dwarves have been finished, all of the men guarding this flank, even First Legion pikes, 50 of them. That's a huge phalanx. After they just fought 2 armies, still a very sizable phalanx. What are they trying to do? Guard this section? Huh, they don't need to. Alright, I might cut until the next... action engagement. Yeah, these Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, they're gonna die pretty quickly. And there we go. Caught in melee. Not what the elves wanted. Definitely kept the dwarves running around. Now these guys, if they're gonna do anything for the remainder of the battle, they're gonna have to trudge all the way back to the city center. It's gonna be forever. Goblins are marching. Marksmen of Karandros are firing right at the Black Rooks of the mountains over back there. Going right up. Actually getting a couple of kills. Causing some damage. But these guys need to get out of line of sight because they're just getting shot at, and that's not going to be good. Over here we have the heavy goblin infantry charging forward, scaring them away. Ooh, Dimitri, he has a lot on his hand. Goblin King's bodyguard. We have the White Uruk Figuremongers. Oh man. Looks like Dimitri's virtually untouched, but he has to deal with the Gondorian elites and the remnants of Khazad-dûm, who have this artillery piece up here, which is going to be very lethal if you know, they try coming up from the front. But if they come in through the side, it could be turned around and fired point blank at them. Let's go check on the elves. The elves are engaging, and it's fairly close. 34-38. Elves have the high ground, but dwarves have the armor. Ooh. Of course, if the elves win this decisively, it could really mean something for the attackers. But I don't think all the elves are doing what they can. No, they're not wrapping around. Not every elf is swinging. We have a couple of slackers here. Dang slackers. But we do have a lot of double teaming here. And this is double teaming on this one guy. Not doing too well. Everywhere else is kind of a 1-for-1. Oh, that guy's going down. He's fighting 4 at once. Heck, 5! Look at that dwarf go. He's fighting 5. He's in the middle of 5 elves. I think he killed one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he killed one. Or maybe his friend killed one. Yeah, down to 30 and 20. Oh, it's definitely going in the Elders of the Elven King. It's definitely going up their way. Over here, the goblins are pushing the attack. No, they're being a sponge. Ooh, going after the vanguard of the... Oh, my goodness. Snaga skirmishers throwing their javelins in there, causing some pain. Arrows going in there, causing them some pain. Just pain all around. Back to the elves. Die! Down to 11 and 30. Oh yeah, the elves won this one. They clearly won this one, even though they lost the catapult. But now the way into the Moria and all the way up to the middle is open. After they kill them, that's going to be up until this. Oh, yeah, it's just a couple of dwarves. They're just coming around. They're going to prepare. Wise move. But now, First Legion pikes. Looks like it's the only thing that Khazad-dûm has to bear in the middle. And some of the Reclaimers. But now we have the Heavy Goblin Infantry charging in against the Vanguard. And silencing the Marksmen as well. That is very important to know, because then they won't be able to fire. Very, very important indeed. Balin's Tomb is right there. And the Heavy Goblin Infantry have not yet pressed forward. Wardens of the Dwight Tower along with the Nimlothian Honor Guard. That's going to be very difficult to break through. I don't know if they can. It is 83-80. Very, very close. Very close indeed. And most of Dimitri's army is fresh, as well as Murdar's army. It is relatively fresh as well. Most of his elites have just been chilling in the back, in the middle, and these goblins are going to break relatively soon. Their forces are they're shaken. There's only 113, but they do have the Black Uruks of the mountains and some Snaga skirmishers providing some reinforcements, but a couple more might be nice. Might be nice. Just maybe a huge influx of troops. And there go the goblins. They are routing. And that's 84 of them. And they're going to all get... They're all going to run right into those Guardians of Caer Andros. And they're just going to all just get captured and killed. What a shame for Dimitri. And the Snow Trolls have come in. Oh my goodness, Snow Trolls. They're pushing against the very tight formation of the Citadel Guard. Very, very intense. Snow Trolls to the left. Goblins to the right. Gas is tight. Now we have the more heavy Goblin infantry. They're trying to charge forward. There's 206... Well, they're dropping pretty quick. But there's still over 200 of them. That the Nimlothian Honor Guard and this... I think the Wardens of the White Tower... that they're going to have to fight through. And it's not going to be easy. Oh, there's the Wardens of the White Tower. Snow Trolls going in, silencing the archers. Just what the Trolls need. And man, they just charged in there. Fountain Guard are in perpetual routing. Oh my goodness. Over here, the Black Rooks of the Mountains coming in. Oh, there's more Blackback Mountain Berserkers. Oh my goodness. These Nimlothian Honor Guard are just charging in. They're cutting these goblins down like it's nobody's business. Oh my goodness. Over here we have more Cave Trolls. They need to be committed and fight to the bitter end. And what else does he have? He has some drummers that he's trying to get closer. White Uruk Fearmongers. Goblin King's Bodyguard charging forward. And some more Snaga Skirmishers. Whole 180. Ooh, he needs to get those guys. He just needs good opportunities to use them. And use them he wants to. Cave Trolls are trying to clobber up these marksmen. But the more marksmen are coming in. Marksmen have a pact. They protect their bros. Trolls are still swinging. Back here. Ballista is set up. Ready for the elves. The elves are just chilling there. There's still 29 of them. And the general has fallen. So, he has to be very precarious about his timing. But if he rushes, he might only take just a handful of losses. But now the main force of the dwarves has been recalled. Guards of Khazad-dûm have returned. Marksmen of Caer Andros trying to kill all these trolls. And the Vanguard is holding strong along with the Khazad-dûm Reclaimers against the Snaga Skirmishers. But now we have the Goblin King's Bodyguard. Very good unit. That would give these guys a run for their money. Actually, Vanguard, so there's only 9 left of the Vanguard. Cave Troll Drummers are right back there, keeping the Snaga in line. White Uruk Fearmongers are also charging forward, and these Snaga Skirmishers are just resting. Over here we have more of the troops, more of the Black Uruks of the Mountains. They're taking these guys head on. Nimlothian Honor Guard, they're not going to take any crap from nobody. They're not going to give an inch of land. They're going to fight. That guy might die, though. Oh, hey, look, he died. That guy also died. More death around. The Nimlothian Honor Guard, they're fighting strong right next to the Citadel Guard. They're keeping everybody out of this town center. But, man, these Black Uruks of the Mountains, these guys, and they also have the Blackback Mountain Berserkers in here. They're very formidable as well. They might break through this line, but no, we have the Guards of Khazad-dûm charging on down. They have the hill. Almost as glorious as the Rohirrim charge in the second movie. And there they go. Oh, just caught a little bit of help. Oh my goodness, just aiding in the defense of these guys is just really great. I find it really touching. More Guards of Khazad-dûm charging in. Black Uruks of the Mountains. Nimlothian Honor Guard, they're trying to hold the line. On this side, looks like the Cave Troll Drummers are committed. They have been committed and they're trying to do their best. Many of them have died, though. Like I said, they're not strong. Their main goal is just to keep the goblins in line. And as long as there's one of them drumming, the goblins will stay in line. But now the Goblin King's Bodyguard is pushing its way around. Yeah, the Vanguard's almost destroyed, almost all killed, and the Khazad-dûm Reclaimers their numbers are fairly thinned. Over on this side, the First Legion Pikes are trying to do their best. Marksmen of Caer Andros are trying to fire. But back here we have more veterans of Osgiliath. They're trying to fire uphill. then at a thing they can't see. And actually, I think they're doing quite a good job at it because they can't see all that well. They're trying to go off to... Oh, Wardens of the White Tower. Here they go. And they're charging right into the back of the White Uruk Fearmongers. Right into the back. And those White Uruk Fearmongers do not like it. They're trying to turn about face. But they have to deal with the First Legion Pikes, the Wardens of the White Tower, and these Marksmen of Kaer Andros that they might... Oh, they're Azog. They're going to fire fairly soon. They're just backing off just a little bit and going to fire point blank into these guys. But once... Oh no. This is really bad for the Wardens of the White Tower. Actually, no. These White Uruk Fearmongers are just getting creamed. These guys need to do something about it and charge. These Goblin King bodyguard, they have to get in there. They got to help out. They got the Veterans of Osgiliath going in there. Come on. Get involved. Come on. Get involved. Oh my goodness, this is not looking good for these White Uruk Fearmongers. They're down to half of what we just saw from a couple seconds ago. Oh my goodness. And here come the Snaga skirmishers. The mighty Snaga. Will they be able to do anything? Will they, or will they just be more bodies to be thrown down into the dark depths of Moria? I don't know. On this side, though, there is some fighting. Still some fighting, but Citadel Guard and Guards of Khazad-dûm have had this. And the Mothian Guard, looks like they have it down. Oh, it's a duel. It's a duel. No, he doesn't want a duel. He might want a duel. Is he going to duel? Alright, or are they going to duel, or are they just going to... No, it's going to be a 2v1. Oh, he poked. Oh, the duel is back on. It's back on, guys. There they go. It's a duel. It's a 2-on-1. That guy's just for moral support. This guy's really doing it. Ooh. There they go. Fight. 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 We'll come back to that duel later. Oh my goodness. And here we have almost the entire destruction of... Oh man, it's just the Goblin King's bodyguard and some Snaga. And Gondor really held strong this day. The dwarves did their part too, but they died. They died fairly well. Oh yeah, yeah, the Goblin King's bodyguard and just a handful of troll jumpers. Snagas are routing. Yeah, it's just the Goblin King's bodyguard, but they can't do. They still have to take on the Wardens of the White Tower. They won't be able to do that. They have the First Legion pikes poking them to death. Yeah, the Goblin King won't. The bodyguard can't do much. And another drummer dies. And yeah, there it goes. 2v1 or 4v2. Oh, looks like they won. Or they ran away. Oh no, they're the last one's their unit. Are they going to fight to the death? I hope they are. And there they go. One of them accepts his fate. The other one just looks along. Oh, there they go. Oh, he got stabbed in the back. There they go. They're fighting. They're trying to their darnest. And one nose down. And then I think the other one's going to go down fairly soon. I mean, he's getting poked by like 5 guys at the same time. I don't think that's healthy. You should probably see a doctor. And there he goes. He's down. Last, the Berserkers fallen. Gondorian troops look like they have won the day. Goblins have died. Goblin King's bodyguard is routing. Could not protect his king. Now he runs in disgrace. All that's left of the elves. Alright, well let's just fast forward. Well, it looks like the dwarves have taken control of a ballista. Not sure which one it came from, but they're firing at the Elder King. Unless of course he may have disconnected and left. He might have disconnected. What a shame. We'll watch him die anyway. And glorious ×6 speed. It looks like they're out of ammunition, and in comes the big charge from the remnants of the defenders. And the elves are giving it what they got, but they got surrounded, and they just died. They just up and died. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for staying and watching this very long battle. But the true victors here were Tundrasfox and Mordar. They successfully held on to Moria against the forces of the goblins and the dwarves and the elves. Now, Tundrasfox getting the most kills with 3,683, and Mordar getting 3,299. With it, of course, we have to say they captured 1,258. So, on we go into check. Tundrasfox killed with his Iron Watch of Miromir. Holy cow! 715. That's quite a bit. Did not expect that to happen, but of course they're the Iron Watch. What do you expect? 132 with his Sons of the Fallen, 232 with Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm, 154 with Sentries of Khazad-dûm, 127, 142 with Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, as well as 147. His Mithril Guard getting 366, very nice. For his Legion Bodyguard, 283. First Legion Pikes, 225. Hammers of Gundabad, 155 and 194 respectively. Ballista getting 167 kills, and his Warriors of Khazad-dûm taking 30. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching this battle with me. I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye.